Hi everyone, I'm Carl Brooks. Come on in. I'm in my office today and I thought I'd just check in with you and give you some extra input if you are wanting to create your own online business and take what you know, your experience and your expertise, and monetize that into something useful that's going to change people's lives and indeed change the world. Then you are in the right place. First of all, a big shout out to my students of the Create Online Business Academy. Hi guys, nice to see you here. Come on in, even if you're watching the replay. Hope you're going to get some value from this today as well. You know that what I'm going to tell you today and share with you is part of Module 1 of the Create Online Business Academy, which is coming up very soon. That's all about defining your dream business, really, putting it all together, putting all the pieces, all the ideas together. And here's the thing, if we don't take care of clarity, then we're not going to build the bridge and do the work to get our online business off the ground. That makes sense, right? And the reason why clarity is so important, because there have been many studies over the years, and even Brendan Bouchard has done a great study on this, which I love. And what it really comes down to is this: clarity is often associated with self-esteem. So knowing who you are, what you do, and how to do it, that's going to make you feel good. And conversely, lack of clarity is associated with negative emotions and even neuroticism. So you can see how important it is to take care of clarity, particularly when you're starting a business. If you're not sure who you are and what you're doing, those negative emotions are going to come in. Negative emotions like self-doubt. We've all been there where we start to doubt ourselves and doubt our ideas. But also negative emotions around fear, fear of failure, fear of not being able to get things up and running, fear of being rejected is another big one, of what people will say about us. So it all comes down to the fact that we are not clear on who we are, what we do, and how to do it. So this is why getting clear on all of these aspects, and we're going to talk about three of them today, is so important. And it's really the first thing that you need to take care of when you want to create an online business, is getting completely clear on the three aspects that I want to share with you today. Now, these things I use in my own business, right? So these are things I come from practice and, of course, from my own real business, and also from the business of my clients that I help as well. And typically I help clients who are coaches, healers, therapists, particularly who are quite ambitious. And one of the biggest obstacles that I come up against all the time, it's the thing that we tackle from the get-go, is clarity. Are my clients clear on where they're heading, who they are, what they're going to do, and how to do it? So, 3 points today that I want to share with you to help you on your way to taking this first step. And of course, we go a lot deeper in Module 1 of the Create Online Business Academy, which is coming up for enrollment on the 16th of July. So doors will open to that on the 16th of July. However, today we're talking about the first step. Let's dive right in. So, we've already touched on it a little bit, but the first step, or the first thing you need to get clear on, is your value. So it's one thing to know your strengths and your weaknesses. It's one thing to know what your expertise is and your experiences in life. But what I mean by value is not just being clear on them in your mind, but have you internalized them? Because there's a difference between showing up, kind of knowing that you have all these strong points and confidence and expertise in certain areas, but have you internalized it in such a way that you can stand in front of an audience or indeed online like this and say, hey, listen, this is who I am. I know myself. I know myself. Because that automatically takes you out of fear of rejection and fear of failure. Because you know who you are, you know what you're capable of. So we tackle this very deeply in the Create Online Business Academy, module number 1, but it really is important to get this one done first before you start building the foundations of your business. So again, bears repeating. The first aspect that you need to get clear on when you're creating an online business is your own value. Not just knowing what your value is, but internalizing it. That is to say, hey, this is who I really am. So that's the first step. The second step, the second thing you need to get clear on in your business before you start to grow it, is of course your ideas. Now many of us, and I'm certainly one of them, I'm multi-passionate. I have thousands of ideas spinning around in my head, and I have books full of my ideas and my journals, so I get that. If you're like me, if you're multi-passionate, or even if you just have a lot of ideas, then you will know that spinning the wheels in your head is something that takes up a lot of energy, because we're having the same thoughts and same ideas every single day, and it can be quite overwhelming, if not even confusing. So, well, now that in step 1 we've solidified our own value, the next step is to take these ideas and to align the ideas with who we are, with our value. That's the most important thing. Not what we think we should be doing from now as an ego perspective. So from driven by the need to earn money or the need for status or the need to be seen and validated. No, I'm talking about aligning your ideas with your strengths, with your expertise, with the things that excite you and light you up. Because here's the thing, my friend, if you're going to build an online business, you better make sure that you choose an idea that really lights you up, that lets your heart sing, that you can see yourself working on for many, many years to come, because that's where your enthusiasm and your motivation and your confidence will be born and will take you and sustain you in moving forward as well. All right, so we've touched on the first two of three areas or aspects that we need to get clear on before we create or grow our online business. So this is really the foundation. We talked first of all about getting clear on our value and also internalizing who we are. Not just knowing about our strengths and our experiences, but actually being firmly rooted and centered in them, so that when we can introduce ourselves or stand in front of an audience or now do a Facebook Live like this, that you know for absolute certainty who you are, bringing that value to the table. Then we talked about all of your ideas, and if you're a multi-passionate person like I am, well, it's about also making sure that you align your ideas, your focus point for your online business, with your value, so who you really are. And I hope this is making sense, right? Because I want you to do the things that you love doing. There's no point in chasing status and chasing money if actually the subject that you have in your field isn't actually something that's exciting you. So bottom line, choose a direction, a focus point that truly lights you up, that you love doing, that doesn't feel like work at all. Because, my friend, that's really going to help you to move you forward. You're going to raise your energy to a whole different level, and opportunities and collaborations and new ideas will come in because you are now tapped into your soul energy, which is doing those things and in those subjects that really do appeal to you and excite you and light you up and let your heart sing. Hi, Natalie. Good to see you. Come on in. Now, the third aspect that we need to get clarity on as we create our business, or even just laying the foundations here, is getting into the detail of what it will take to make money. Yes, my friend, if you don't have money coming in, you don't have a business, right? You have a hobby. That just makes sense. So I want you to be able to create profit and monetize your expertise and your experiences, because you are worth that. Think about it for a second. Your entire life, all of the money you spent on your education, the time you spent reading books, taking courses, learning what you know, the ups and the downs, all that you've been through, that is extremely valuable. You're saving someone else a huge amount of time and money by guiding them through that process and doing it a lot quicker than you did, without them needing to fail or without them going through the obstacles and challenges that you went through. So yes, what you've been through, what you've learned is extremely valuable, and that's what you're bringing to the table. And what we need to do in our business is to monetize that, get very clear on how we're going to do it. And that means setting targets, monthly targets for yourself. Now, I know that many of you are saying, oh my God, I don't feel for anything for deadlines and targets and goals. It's all blah, 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 blah. Now, let me share this with you. If you don't have something to strive for, if you don't have a plan, an action plan, the chances are it's just not going to happen. And think about this for a second. Imagine now that 10 people on the 1st of January, they all go to the gym. 5 of them decide that they're just going to go by themselves and they'll just see what happens. And the other 5, they get a trainer. They get someone that they pay in advance. They have to show up because it's in their calendar. They get educated on the best diets, on the best fitness apparatus, on the best exercises. Who do you think, which group of 5 is going to get the best results at the end of the year? Well, typically it's those who get a trainer, who have set goals, and who know what to do. So this is why it's important when you set up a business to make sure that you have goals. Now, it doesn't have to be elaborate. All right? We can keep it easy. We can say, I want to help or get 10 customers this month at this price and generate this amount of revenue. But we need to have those goals so that we can work towards them, that we can actually hold ourselves accountable, like halfway through the month. How many customers have come in? How much revenue have I generated? Oh, is that good? Is that bad? If it's bad, What can we do about it? Because I've got a deadline, I've got some goals to meet here. Now, if we can't set goals for ourselves, then how can we set goals for our team and hold them accountable as they also grow? So, I hope this is making sense, hopefully. And I hope today that you've gotten a lot out of this Facebook Live. I certainly have enjoyed it today. Looking forward to seeing you again in our next Facebook Live. If you're interested to know more about business models and how I can help you to take your business to the next level, then please click on the link in the description. I'd love to see you in my new free online trainings, 13 money-making online business strategies. It's a free training for yours to take today. And again, I'd love to see you there. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.